In this question, we've got to find the area R under this odd-shaped curve, and we're given the equation of the curve, and we're asked to find the area from 0 up to the point that the curve crosses the x-axis. So the integral is clearly of two parts, which we have to subtract, but we can integrate this term separately from this term. So let's call this term 1 and this term 2. So let's deal with this first part. I always put constants outside the integral. It just makes it look easier, and you may be able to recognize a solution quicker. Some of you may be able to write that integral down straight away. Others might find it a bit more difficult. So what I'm going to do is explain it through differentiation. If I had to differentiate e to the 2x, this will be equal to e to the 2x, and by the chain rule, I'd have to differentiate the 2x as well, giving me 2e to the 2x. So as differentiation went that way, integration goes that way. So the integral of 2e to the 2x is simply e to the 2x. So our first integral is simply e to the 2x. All right, plus c. We're going to have a c from the combined terms, but let's have c here. So we've done the first part. So for the second part, I'm going to go to a new page and effectively do some side work, and then I'll come back here and we'll finish the question. Okay, so here we've got the second part on its own. We will have to use integration by parts to integrate this. How do I know? Well, there isn't a differential present. The differential of 2x is 2, not x, so these terms won't link in that way. What's the formula for integration by parts? It's derived from the chain rule, and as this is my first demonstration of integration by parts to you, I'm going to go through this question in some detail. The integration by parts formula transforms one integral into a different integral. Look where u is in this equation. We've got one here, we've got one here, that's just writing it down, but we've got the differential of u here. And as this integral uses the differential of u, and if that differential is easier in terms of its power or description, then we're on to a winner. Look what happens if we choose x as u. We've got an x here, we've got an x here, but we've got 1 here. This second integral, we've just got v multiplied by 1. If we choose e to the 2x as u, we will not achieve that simplification that we want, because the differential of e to the 2x will always contain e to the 2x. Yes, the coefficient will change, but e to the 2x will remain. So this ain't going to work. Okay, we're going to be saying that u is equal to x, and dv is equal to e to the 2x. We need du dx. Du dx, which is equal to 1. And v will equal the integration of e to the 2x. Now we've just done something very similar on the previous page. And we want half of this. So the result will be half of the result. So I can say that the integration of e to the 2x will be a half e to the 2x. I know there's plus c's flying around, but let's ignore them for the moment. So we've now got the constituent parts of our equation. The original integration u dv is here, and we've just got to fill in the blanks on the right-hand side. So I can say that the integration of x e to the 2x is equal to u times v. Well, u is x, and v is a half e to the 2x, minus the integration of v, which again is a half e to the 2x, multiplied by 1. So tidying this up a bit, we've got a half x e to the 2x minus, well, I'm going to again put the half outside the integration sign, e to the 2x. And that's equal to, well, we've done that integration already again. So it's a half of this. So this is a half x e to the 2x minus a quarter e to the 2x. So we've got our answer. And that's the result I'm going to take back to our first page. And there we have it. So this is the result of the integration of 2. So we need to pop these both together. And we get the integral of y dx is equal to the result of expression 1, which is e to the 2x. And then we subtract all of 2, which is negative a half x e to the 2x. Minus times minus, so this is plus a quarter e to the 2x. E to the 2x plus a quarter e to the 2x will merge. So we get, this is effectively 4 quarters plus another quarter. So we get 5 over 4 e to the 2x minus a half x e to the 2x. And here I'm going to put on plus c. So this is the integral of y dx. We've achieved the integration of our function. So the rest of the problem is finding this area. But we need to know this point here. We need to know the x-coordinate of where the curve crosses the axis. When does this happen? Well, it happens when the curve equals 0. If that's true, therefore we know that 2e to the 2x equals x e to the 2x. And very happily, the e terms cancel each other out, and we therefore get x is equal to 2. So this point is x is equal to 2. So any area we need to calculate will be from 0 up to 2. Those will be our limits. So I can now say that the area R is equal to our answer, and that will be between the limits 0 up to 2. Well, it's now simply a matter of putting 2 into this equation and 0 into this equation and see what we get. 5 over 4, x is 2, so this is going to be e to the 4, minus a half times 2 will be 1, and this will be e to the 4. So that's our first substitution. That's when x is equal to 2. Now x is equal to 0. So e to the 2x turns into e to the 0. Any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So this is minus 5 over 4. And I'm going to put this in a big bracket as well, because there's lots of negatives flying around. This will be minus a half x. Well, this will be minus 0, because if x is 0, the whole of this term goes to 0. So this is equal to 5 over 4 e to the x minus effectively 4 over 4 will just be a quarter e to the 4 minus, take away 5 over 4. And we were asked to prove that the area is in the form of that, so therefore I can say, coming over here, therefore P is equal to a quarter, and Q is equal to negative 5 over 4. And those are your answers.